most people would think that, oh, Busoma is a name I gave Khosi. Is actually from a woman that I truly care about outside of this house. Just I miss you. You're in my heart every day. I care about you. And
I'm really sorry. I love you. Please just hear me out when I come out. I swear I have a good explanation. Or at least I'll think of mine as soon as I come out of here.
It seems you wanted Yemi Cregx more when it seemed like he had interest elsewhere.
Whilst I was watching Khosi and Miracle's Diary session yesterday, I was literally screaming. Yes, I was literally screaming because at that point in time, I was wishing that everybody that loves the show was watching at the exact same time. She was spilling the things that she was revealing in the diary room. Guys, I mean, we know by now that Khosi is actually playing a game, right? And from time to time, in as much as she acts naive inside the house amongst her fellow housemates, when she goes into the diary room and has her own personal diary session, there are certain things that she says that just directly points to the fact that this girl is, I mean, she's one of the best gamers in that house. She knows what she's doing. She's very calculative. She's very focused on the prize. She understands the game. She knows what she's doing. In a way, she knows that whatever she's doing in the house is having the right impact, the right effect on the viewing audience. And so she continues to ride on it to create the highlights, to create the content that we keep on seeing day in, day out. So her diary session yesterday was simply explosive. Yes, I mean, even Big Brother at some point got a bit confused. Yes, I mean, this girl is so calculative that with the way she was even answering Big Brother's questions, you could tell that she was trying as much as possible not to cage herself, you know, with the kind of responses that she was going to give to Big Brother. Quite amazing, guys. It was a very interesting diary session. And then Miracle also had his own diary session. And oh my God, that was how he dropped the most unexpected plot twist. Ladies and gentlemen, in my wildest imaginations, I never would have imagined or even expected that what Miracle revealed was going to be true because of the way he had been playing his game inside the house. So overall, those two people's diary session gave a lot of clarity to most of the questions that we've all had. And that's exactly what we're going to be discussing on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. So please make sure you watch till the end. Do not skip. Do not skip so that you do not miss out on the juicy information. All right. And as usual, I'll encourage you all to please go ahead, share with me your thoughts in the comment section below. I know that yesterday, during our YouTube live stream, some of us asked questions about the diary session. We talked about it briefly, but not in details. All right. So on this video, we're going to be doing just that. Okay. And yeah, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. You are yet to join this family. Trust me, you totally need to. All right. So please go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen so that you'll be able to receive a lot of my videos whenever I upload a new one. Now, all of that said, quickly let us proceed with the details of this conversation. One thing we need to first understand is that the diary room and the housemates diary session is not just some mini therapy session between Big Brother and the housemates. It is, to some extent, of course, you know, because the housemates need to bear out their hearts and basically just answer Big Brother's questions to give clarity to Big Brother on certain things that they do inside the house. You see, that diary room and the diary session is also an opportunity for the housemates to explain their actions, right? To give clarity to some of the strategies that they are employing in the house as the game progresses. From the way Khosi's diary session went yesterday, it was very obvious that Khosi understood the assignment. Yes, she understood the need to explain some of her actions, because I mean, by now she must have thought about it that okay, certain things that she was doing in the house, you know, could come across as a negative for some of the viewers, and so not to lose her credibility, but to also clear certain doubts that she feels, you know, might exist in the mind of the viewers, and also of course of her boyfriend, because she sent a message to her boyfriend. So beginning with her situationship with Yemi, she had explained that the reason she's currently flirting with Thabang is because of Yemi, because of how Yemi had been disrespecting her from week 1 by flirting with Blue Aiva, yes, and the fact that Yemi had been constantly lying to her about him breaking things off with Blue Aiva, but never really stopping, yes, until Ebuka exposed him on Sunday, that she had completely lost her trust in him. And so she had decided that, okay, instead of her complaining about things that she could not possibly control in the house, why not play her own games? And so she started flirting with Thabang. But now it turns out that she likes the guy. Like, she really likes the guy. Even though there's an age difference between both of them, she really likes the guy. And now she's contemplating moving from Yemi to Thabang. In fact, she doesn't really know what she wants to do at the moment, but she really likes the guy. And so Big Brother had asked her that, okay, you wanted Yemi to break things off with Blue Aiva. Now he has. You now have him all to yourself. But it seems as though you are not satisfied. What exactly do you want? Guys, Khosi admitted that she was in a dilemma. Yes, because it seemed as though that period of grace that she had extended to Yemi to change, to turn a new leaf when she was fully invested in their relationship or in their situationship, right? It seems as though it has passed. Yes, and now she has grown comfortable in whatever she has going on with Thabang. Now, for her, in as much as she really wants to stick it out with Yemi, she's still not sure if his decision to become a changed man all of a sudden is something that's going to really last on the long run. Oh, another issue that she has is with the fact that Yemi is now asking for both of them to date after the show, outside the house. For her, that was not part of the plan. For her, the plan was for both of them to just be an item inside the house. Then after the show, she'll go back to her official boyfriend outside the house. But now, Yemi is asking for them to be an item outside after the show, right? And it's beginning to complicate things for her. She gave all of those explanations and she was just literally going around and around in circles. And Big Brother had to ask again, what do you want? Now, after some thoughts, she decided to settle for Yemi. According to her, Yemi might be all of that. She herself knows that she's not perfect, but she would want to brave the storm with Yemi and see how things goes. Although she's not really confident yet that his resolve to stick to her and just her alone is going to be 100% true. And so she started sending a message, which sounded more like an appeal to this boyfriend. Now, Khosi has said a lot of times about how the boyfriend is the one that's currently in charge of everything that has to do with her outside the house, down to her apartment, her car, even her social media handles. Yes, according to her, the boyfriend is very understanding. He's very supportive of everything that she's doing. Yes, and currently is helping her to manage her affairs, you know, outside the house while she's still playing the game. So she was kind of appealing to him that he should please exercise patience with her. He should also grant her a listening ear when she comes out of the house, you know, because for everything that she's doing in the house at the moment, that there is a valid reason and there's a valid explanation, you know, for all of it. Now, the moment she made that statement, guys, I was just over here, you know, jumping for joy that yes, I mean, we've been saying it, that Khosi knows what she's doing, that Khosi is playing a game. Yes, and that statement just completely gives clarity to it, that she knows exactly what she's doing and she's looking forward to getting results from it. And what's that result for her? Her result is emerging the winner of the show. So she went on and on and on, you know, appealing to this boyfriend, and she sent messages to other people, yes, her sister. But then, guys, it was quite interesting at the way she was, in a way, codedly sending this message, this appeal to her boyfriend. Yes, and it made me wonder if for real they both had a conversation before coming into the house, right? Did the boyfriend know that she was going to be caught up in an entanglement? Now, about the veto power save and replace, she had actually admitted that she was really hurt by the fact that Thabang did not save her. Now, remember that day she had been saying that she did not mind, you know, she doesn't want to put pressure on Thabang, but then because of how close they were, she was actually expecting for Thabang to save her and Miracle with his veto power. And so that had really hurt her so much. According to her, she had been crying since on Monday. She had been crying, but now she has to get over it, right? She has to tell herself that it's all a game. Yes. And then she had even gone ahead to explain that if she had been the one, yes, because I think people that had asked her, you know, if she was in Thabang's shoes, who would she have saved? And she had mentioned that she would actually have saved Thabang. So Biggie had asked, okay, why wouldn't she have saved her lover, Yemi? That's the Yelisa pair. And according to her, she said she wouldn't have saved Yemi because if Yemi were to have the veto power, she was 100% certain that Yemi would have saved Kaneva because of Blue Ava. And the reason for him would have been that, oh, those people actually saved him. So he was trying to, you know, reciprocate the favor. So for her, she would not waste that time at all because she knew for sure that Yemi owed her nothing. But then Big Brother put her in another tight space by asking her what made her feel that her lover does not owe her anything. Now, typical of Khosi's nature, she was trying to explain herself again and again, and Big Brother told her to just hold that as food for thought. And that was where her diary session had ended. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, it was so interesting how, you know, Khosi knows how to set the internet on fire, because the moment her diary session ended, a lot of people started speculating online, a lot of arguments online, people were just saying a lot of things. But guys, for me, I feel like Khosi actually achieved her aim of spilling the things she spilled during her session. This girl wants people to talk. This girl wants to trend. And even though she was not doing it in a clouty way, no, she actually was able to pass on a message about the reason she was doing what she was doing. Yes, she was able to give clarity. She was able to give clarity to her situation in that house. And if people missed it, well, that's up to them. But then she did what she had to do. Now, quickly moving on to Miracle's diary session, ladies and gentlemen, the plot twist I was talking about is the fact that the love note Miracle wrote and read out to Khosi on Valentine's Day in the morning, when the guys had actually put together a surprise breakfast date for the girls. Apparently, the name he had mentioned, Busoma, it was not a South African name. Ladies and gentlemen, here I was thinking that was a South African pet name for someone's lover, or for someone that has found favor in the eyes of a potential lover. I was thinking all of those things, right? And because of the housemates' reactions when he had actually called Khosi that, I was wondering, like, okay, this is quite interesting. Miracle actually went out of his way to look for an endearment term from South Africa, right, to name Khosi as the woman that he really likes in the house. But then guess what? During his diary session yesterday, he had mentioned that that letter, in fact, the message he had given to her during the dinner that people had planned for the housemates, that was his last message to Khosi on the show. He would never again profess his love and affections to Khosi. That's one. Number two, the Bosoma actually is the name of Miracle's lover in the real world. The girl's name is actually Chibusoma. Chibusoma, yes. According to Miracle, that is the person that really has his heart. And so he sent a message to her that he hopes that she had a good Valentine's, and he also hopes that when he comes out of the house, that they continue from where they stopped.
Chibusoma, I miss you. You're in my heart every day. I care about you. When I come outside of this house, I hope we can continue from where we stopped.
According to him, a lot of people actually thought that message, that particular line of the message was actually for Khosi, that it wasn't for Khosi. It was actually referring to his girlfriend. Guys, this now made me wonder if this is the same girlfriend he was addressing his message to when people had instructed them to, you know, say a few good words to their fellow housemates during the cookie presentation. Remember, during the cookie presentation, he had written a love note, yes, and he had described a certain lady that wears heels, you know, that moves around, and then he had mentioned something about, oh, even though you do not receive a cookie today, always know that you are loved. You know, that kind of thing. After he read that note that day, the whole house was thrown into confusion. Even us, the viewers, were trying to piece two and two together to understand who Miracle was referring to. But then, guys, even me, try as I did that day, there was nobody in the house that fits the description of the woman Miracle had painted in that letter. And so when he was explaining all of that yesterday, oh my God, it just dawned on me that, wow, that there's a huge possibility that Miracle is not in any way obsessed with Khosi as people think. That there's a possibility that Miracle is not in any way in love with Khosi as people think. That there's a possibility that Miracle is just simply playing a strategy. He's just simply inserting himself in the whole Khosi and Yemi's entanglement, so as to, play out his own game. And it's currently working for him. Just as he, infused himself into Genio's strategy of kitchen monopoly. It worked for him. Now Genio is out of the game. So guys, I was simply amazed at how brilliant Miracle was playing his game. And this guy, oh my God, this guy had this cocky look on his face when he was sending that message to his woman out there. I'm like, oh my God. And here we were thinking that this guy was completely jobless, moving around like a fly, chasing Khosi in the house. Besides that, he had gone ahead as well to explain his frustration at how, he felt like Khosi was not really trying or even putting in any effort at all to get to know him, right? He had complained about how she would constantly attack him as an individual and attack his character, attack his personality, everything he does. Khosi would always complain, talking about, oh, people in the house think he's like this, he's like that. And he had actually asked her a question. Okay, you are my partner. We're supposed to be looking out for each other's best interest because we are playing the game together. So why is it that whenever you hear people saying things about me, why is it that you never come to have that conversation with me at all? Now, ladies and gentlemen, when Miracle made that statement, I kind of put two and two together, and it dawned on me that Khosi was trying to emotionally manipulate Miracle, just as she has always been doing to Yemi in the house. Now with Yemi, it was constantly working because we know that Yemi is that one person that cannot just sit still when he hears that, oh, somebody said something about you in the house. He would always want to know who that person is. He would always want to confront the person. But with Miracle was not fazed because Miracle would ask, oh, who is the person? If Khosi was not producing a name for him, he sweeps it under the carpet. So guys, I'm going to pause right here because that's all there was to it. The conversation that Miracle and Khosi separately had with Big Brother. For me, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a very, very strategic way for these housemates to give clarity to their game plans to the viewing audience. Yes. And just go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.